Australia just messaged me. Easter. He said he'll be on in an hour.
Wait, that's 380. 21, check back 21. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Reload. Throwing on first down is Brady.
Oh my God! How do you get up that high in the air already to pick it? Are you serious?
Chin picks it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
If they're not on the table, look in the kitchen by the bags.
To try here for the extra point.
What? Yeah, I wore it.
Oh, you did? You like it?
Yeah, DJ says I look really good in it. It goes good with my chain.
His kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking wise as this one stays.
If it's not over there, possibly they might still be in the car. Oh no! Where's my coat at? Do you see it? Look in the pockets.
Another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, I know. It's a bomber jacket.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
What is it?
This is taken in. It's complete.
Oh, yeah.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Check 25. Check 25. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack on first down, Brady, this into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. From the gun on third down, Brady.
Oh, straight through the
And it's
circle.
intercepted. Picked off by Justin Burris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I saw him on
Very
Facebook.
disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
You know what it reminds me of? Every time you say
Bridgewater to throw it.
it reminds me of
Short throw.
The holiday?
Tight end Thomas.
Oh.
And he's going to get a
What?
solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, yeah. Australia guy.
Yes, that's what I think of every time I think of. We're talking to him for some weird reason. My head goes to that guy.
7-yard
I don't know
line.
why. Because it kind of sounds like
And people want to run the football.
Well, I think all Australians kind of sound
It's
the
supposed to do
same.
exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there.
You want
It'll
more
be
of this
second
one?
down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out. Didn't give the cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible
And you forgot your
for the play,
taquitos.
for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode it right out of bounds. And his throw is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for.
Take off the
Now
ends,
it's
DJ.
third
Eat the
down.
inside. You gotta stop being so damn picky. Oh, aren't ya?
How well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 6, but not enough. He'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Yeah, I walked in the room and I saw.
Yeah, because you know why? Because you go in and are loud in the bathroom. And then
Paying for it pretty good.
I can go deal with it.
because you kids need to learn how to freaking turn the knob. Turn the goddamn knob instead of taking and slamming the fucking door every time. That's why.
Bridgewater again. To the right side, and he's got more complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Christian McCaffrey. Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
7-yard line.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. Levante David in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 17. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a Carolina first. Bridgewater to Moore.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. With solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wait, that
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get
you could just bring him down here and take a break.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. Rushing off defenders. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play, Brady to Gronkowski, and even 50 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady again. That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. So the quarterback, oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is caught. Gronkowski.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 65 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the kick here, no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Joey Sly for the point after. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead.
Panthers 21, Buccaneers 6. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. The 20 10.
That's right, baby. It's
and he's
all.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Number 13,
Mike Evans.
Touchdown.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Panthers.
Mike 45. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Being chased out left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin White able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
Open man is Samuel, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
22-yard line.
You must be dreaming. Check 45.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
So we got man.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. William Golston. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, 66.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
he's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here first and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Bridgewater. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we?
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the 35 on second down, Bridgewater. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And Bridgewater able to get this complete to Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Kickoff for Carolina.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and it's third down. From the gun, it's Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Corn Elder. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 14-yard
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he is out of bounds right around the 34. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Mike, 45. I got him.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, 61 yards. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So that one will be accepted. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the 44, Bridgewater. His throw incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Fire down. Line 54. Hey. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking downfield for Godwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And that is incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater got his target, Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? But I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect mode and they end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
Mike Davis.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
1-yard gain.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. A quick throw by Bridgewater. That's complete. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Vita Vea in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one is right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Check pass. Check pass.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
he's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas.
Something's over anyway. Oh.